Hi, Jennifer Worrell here with Genesis Yoga. I am a Qigong and yoga teacher, and I've been getting more requests for back exercises. So, this is a great little warm up that you could do any time of the day. And let's get started. If you do have props, that's ideal. I'll show you over here that if you have blocks, that's great. If not, you can use thick books. If you don't have a bolster, option to use a pillow. So we'll start in a child's pose. This is a great stretch if you do have problems with your knees. Option to take a blanket, a folded blanket underneath your knees, or just rest here on the bolster or pillow. It really just depends on how you feel. You can also put the bolster behind your glutes, resting on your heels. But in child's pose, you want to make sure that your heels and your glutes are close together, at least touching. Your big toes are touching. And then you're reaching your hands all the way out in front of your mat. And you can feel a stretch just by doing this in your shoulders and upper back. And then you rest your forehead on the mat, your forearms, and you stay here for a few breaths. There's a few variations where you can move to your right, you can move to your left. You can take your palms and reach them behind you, holding onto your heels. This is great for your shoulders as well. And staying there for a few breaths. Another one that's great is Cobra, and there are some variations in Cobra. You can bring the bolster or pillow right below your pelvis bone, so there's no pressure, and your forearms are on the mat, tops of the feet are on the mat, and your arms are 90 degrees, your shoulders are melted back, and you're facing forward. You can do some neck rolls and neck stretches here as well, but this is great for our lower back. It's a micro back bend here. This is one variation. If you don't want the bolster, then this is how you can rest in Cobra pose. All right, so that's another one. And you can also experience a few variations of bridge pose, where you're resting on your back. Shoulders are pressed into the mat, checking in with your pelvis, making sure that it's not tucked so you can, bring your hand underneath your lower back. All right, so this is a great starting position. Bringing your heels as close to your glutes as you can get them, your fingertips, option to touch your heels or keep them out. Always checking in with your neck. You don't want to be looking up. The back of your head is on the mat for safety. And then you take a deep breath in, raising your hips up. You're pressing your heels into the mat. And option to clasp your hands underneath and shimmy your shoulders underneath as well. So your shoulder blades are touching. Checking in with your neck. And every time you take a breath in, open up the chest. So not only are you stretching your back, but this is great for your shoulders and your chest, your arms, even your glutes. Option to bring your left leg and foot towards the center. So you're bringing your left foot closer to your right. And then you can lift up your right leg, rotate your ankle a few times, and then do the other side. So that's a variation of bridge, or you can just stay here releasing your hands. And then flex your toes. So now your toes are pressed into the mat and your heels are up. And then exhale, slowly bring your back down to the mat, adjusting your shoulders where you need to, and then bringing your knees close to your chest and rotating from side to side. Another great one to stretch out the back is legs up the wall. So I'm not going to move, but all you need to do is raise your feet up. This is incredible for improving circulation in your legs and in your feet. And you can really stay up here for as long as you like. What's really nice is putting a pillow underneath your sacrum. I'm going to use a block since I used the bolster before. And you want to be very careful with this. So there's different levels. You can either have it long ways or short ways, or you can have it flat. I'm going to do it somewhat in the middle, right underneath. So your sacrum is right, it's your lower back. So if you feel any type of pinching, that means you're in a lot of pain and you need to stop. So make sure that this is placed in the right area. Option to even stay here, which is relaxing. In bridge pose, this is a variation for bridge, or you can bring your feet up. I'm going to adjust the block a little bit lower, back to legs up the wall or feet up. Great pressure, releasing pressure for your back. Your pelvis is a large bone, and you have to think about when you're walking around all day, you're carrying a lot of weight. So this is a nice release. And bring your legs down. Another great one is Happy Baby. Everyone loves Happy Baby. You can either hold the outside of your feet or the inside of your feet, or you could just hold your legs, bend your knees, and just roll from side to side. This also feels like you're giving yourself a little bit of a massage for your shoulders and your back, and it's very gentle. So these are just some subtle stretches that you can do, whether you need to do them daily or a few times a week. Just remember that the more you put into taking care of yourself, the faster results will come to you. If you have any questions, let me know, and please share your thoughts on what this felt like for you, and any other requests would be greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful day.